Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back to another Thursday stream where, yes, this week as always, we're talking about a few topics that's been on my mind this week. Some relevant, some that I just thought, hey, you know what, I want to talk about that and maybe sort of put that to rest. So we're going through these today. We're also going through the newsletter as normal, and yeah, usual sort of Thursday stream. But yeah, the big news this week is obviously the Cyber Pass that came out today. Some last minute changes, so we'll be going through that when we do the newsletter and talking about a bit about why it's changed, and talking about that as well. But let's see who we've got in the chat. So we have got Kill Cannon, who was first, Penny Lancaster second, Grind Time was third, Richard Trindler, and OS73 was fifth. So congratulations to you five for being the first five in the chat. I will get you a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. Now, these codes are due next Monday, I think it is, or something like that. I have asked Dale to give me earlier. He said he'll try, but maybe not. So it might be next week. I've got a few codes from the previous stream to give out, but I haven't given out yet. I am trying to get them, guys. If not, you will get them, but it will be next week. So if you haven't received your code over the weekend for the previous stream, or for this one, for being one of the first five in the chat, then simply, especially over the weekend, or especially on Monday, and just say, I was just reminding you, I haven't received my loot code yet, and I'll get onto Dale to so I can get them out next Monday, hopefully. So yeah, but yeah, thank you to you five for being first in the chat. I can see a couple of people saying like, I was first, I was second. Sadly, guys, your connection isn't always the same as mine, so sadly, it's off my connection, which I guarantee is usually better. Usually. Who else have we got? So we've got Bricks Motion as well, Calvin, William Wilkinson. We've got TTV Tried 4. We've got MD Prime, Lord Avix, Escla Jose, Chris Harmon, thanks for being a member, Grind Time as well, much appreciated. We've got Dojacked as well, we've got Stay Puff, another of our members, Windblade, another of our members. Don't forget, guys, again, every 2 months we do a giveaway for a $30 gift card for all the Platinum members, but the only way you can be in with a shout of that is being a Platinum member. And I've said, listen, once it gets 10 Platinum members, I'll up it to $50. That's quite a hefty amount, but we've got to get to 10 members first. So if you want to be a Platinum member and be in with a chance of winning a $50 gift card, then become a Platinum member, guys. And don't forget, from being a Platinum member, you can always hit me up and say, listen, Wozza, I'm having some trouble. Can you help me? And we'll dedicate some time where we can spend an hour or so and I can go through whatever you want. We can share screenshots and anything else. And I do help people here and there, but in this sense, that is dedicated where we'll do a one-to-one chat. We'll dedicate some time, and that time is dedicated to you. So all Platinum members have that access. So if you are struggling in wars, guys, or struggling in events, hit me up this weekend saying, Wozza, can I book in? And, can we have a chat about my war team? And I'll dedicate a good hour or so just to you, and you have my sole focus. We've got Ricky Lau as well, and the it's just jumped ahead as always. Ricky Lau as well, Alpha Tryon, Carnage Mac we've got who else have we got? William Wilkinson, Joshua Eves, thanks for coming. Skywarp, Silbot94, one of our mods, thanks for joining us, bud. Ben Lancaster, add it to my tab. I love that. Yeah. Cool. Blix Motions, that's the how am I? I'm good. I'm feeling a lot better. My cough's not as bad now. It's pretty much gone. It might just appear every now and again. The more I talk, the more it comes up. But it's pretty much gone. But today, in real life, so Jacobs or Jake has another year of primary school. I'm not sure how it works in America, but up to the age of 10, they stay in primary school. Then they go to high school. So the high school that he will be going to had an open day today, so we went to see my old school. So basically, the school he'll be going to will be my old school. Oh, and thank you, Dojack, for super chatting. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Yeah, and I'm glad you caught it live. So yeah, thanks. So yeah, we went to my old school and met a couple of teachers that that were there when I was there, and yeah, I got on with them. One that I didn't, who I didn't talk to, I just seen him walk right past. But yeah, it was good to see the school after 20 years. It's changed a lot, obviously, and it was good for Jacob to see how big that school is compared to his school, where his school has 30 kids in his year group, whereas the high school has 210. It's a big jump. So yeah, it was been a pretty cool day. I'm off for the weekend from work, so yeah, we're playing the game, chilling. And yeah, and just to let you guys know as well, this Sunday, me and Grind Time will be doing our new bot rinsing stream. So we do base rinsing normally, and we'll normally say, hey guys, send in your bases, and we'll sort of rinse them. But I think it's getting to a point now where everyone knows what I expect and what a good base is, and has a good idea of that. We've sort of like killed that to death now. Let's be honest, we've seen loads of bad bases, some really good ones, but the bases are getting a lot better. So I was like, we need to switch it up a bit. We can't be rinsing people that have got good bases, so we're doing bot rinsing. So we're looking at people's war teams, what cores they've got on, and listen, if you want to be a shot in with the shot of getting in that stream, not guaranteed, go to my Discord, go to the bot rinsing section, and put your war team in there, guys, with pictures of the cores and combats, and what league you war in. And don't forget, guys, just because you put it in there isn't guaranteed. We've only got an hour or so, so we have to pick about 10 out of those entries. But obviously, any of the 10 that we pick get a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. So, yeah, with a chance of that, put it in there. But again, just remember, guys, that if you do put it in, you're saying, listen, you relinquish all control and you might get a bit of trolling. Having some poor core choices or some poor combat choices or something, or some poor bots in your war team. But go and put it in that section in Discord, and yeah, hopefully you can appear on the stream. Cool. Okay. Penny Lancaster's put, when's the last day to put in the war teams? I'd say Saturday. On Sunday, I'll be going through it. I'll be closing it. I'll be going through it. I'll be deleting the ones that I don't want to use, and then only me and Grind Time can sort of view that, and it gives Grind Time better time to look through that. I can go through it as well. Sort of preparation for the stream. So I'd say Saturday's the last day to be able to put your entries in. Yeah. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at the newsletter. So, bar week, grind week, nitty bong, we are up to week 1 of the saga. So we started a new saga now. Season 5 of the Cyber Pass, doesn't seem that long ago. 5 months have gone since we introduced the Cyber Pass. But yeah, very cool addition to the game. This week's event is called Nuclear Family. And this got me thinking, nuclear. Who could it be? What bot are they going to bring to the game that's to do with a nuclear scientist? Something like that. I don't know. I've been trying to think of it the last few hours, and I can't really think of anyone that's a scientist that's not in the game already. Put it in the chat if you can think who you think it is. But yeah, Nuclear Family. So yeah, take part in this weekend's event to win up to 10 Red Stripe crystals, which I found that quite amusing because Red Stripe is a beer over in the UK. So yeah, 10 beer crystals, each containing beer, and beer. No, not really. Each 10 Red Stripe crystals containing 150 5-star shards, 15k combiner shards, or Kremzeeks. I mean, no one wants a Kremzeeks. Let's be honest. But in those Red Stripe crystals, it's 50% chance of a Kremzeek and 25% chance of shards or spark. The white stripe crystals contain either 1000 4-star shards, 15k normal spark, or Kremzeeks, and the 10 blue ones obviously contain blue Kremzeeks or 300 5-star combat shard and 15,000 combat spark. So yeah. A Grind says just put, I love Red Stripe. Had in Jamaica. Yeah, it is a Jamaican beer actually. It is. But it's quite popular over here. It is a good beer. It's quite strong. So yeah. So the normal battle zones apply, and so they didn't put this. So it is a 10 prestige event at 1,000 points per prestige. So you can get obviously this is starred chest. I don't always put stars chest, but so 3 prestige, 10 prestige. That's 30 starred chests. So yeah, 30 starred chests, 10 blue chests, 10 white, 10 red. And you can see there, like I said, that the red Kremzeeks and blue and white Kremzeeks are all 50% chance. So you got more chance of them, but obviously over, you know, the what is it, 10 of each? Is it? Yeah, 10 of each. You're bound to get at least a couple of these 5-star shards and a couple of these 4-star shards and a couple of the combat shards as well. And then the star chest have a 27% chance of 1,000 spark, which is a bit nah. They got a 5% chance of 5,000 spark, and a 1% chance of 100,000 combiner spark, 100,000 combat spark, 100,000 spark, or even 1,000 5-star shards. Now I'm all for the chance. I'll take it. I'll take that chance. And this is where the sort of Cyber Pass came into play. The reason people didn't like it was they said that the Cyber Pass should be guaranteed rewards. There should be no chance involved. And so what the apes did was they took out the 4-star shards, and they took out the spark. So there was no guaranteed spark, and there was no guaranteed 4-star shards. But instead they put in these starred chests, and so you were guaranteed some spark, but you might get less. Well, you'll get less spark, but you might get some combiner spark, might get combat spark. But you did have a chance of getting 100,000 combiner spark. There's only 200 and I think was it 500k spark in the Cyber Pass last time round, I think, or maybe 250, maybe 250. But still, it's at least double. You know, it's only 1% chance, but you got that chance. So I get both sides of it. That you do want to sort of guarantee sometimes, and there will be most people. You know, 50% of people will get maybe, I don't know, 50k spark, 70k spark, something like that. Of mixed sparks, whatever, and I kind of get to be quite annoyed. But those few people that get the 1,000 5-star shards or the 100,000 combat spark, you know, I kind of get that that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm on the fence with that really. I get both sides of it. That you know we've got a lot of chance in the game, and we've got something where we've got some guaranteed rewards that are guaranteed for working hard, and they're sort of making it well you can get less or you can get more. The more is good, the less isn't. And lots of people that get less that are disappointed, and lots of people get more that are happy. But it's, you know, it's disparity between the two. You know, getting sort of like 50k spark instead of someone put 750k in the chat. I don't know, but getting 50k of each spark instead of 750k, that's a big difference. But then getting 1,500 shards instead of that, I'd take the 5-star shards all day. But yeah, so there's a lot of complaints in Discord, so they've changed it back to the original sort of concept of 4-star shards and spark. So that's what it is. Cool. It's very warm again today over here. We've got a bit of a heat wave over in the UK. So yeah, as you can see here, there was 15 white strike crystals, 15 blue, 15 red, 20 starred, 40, 60 starred chests. So 60 with a 1% chance, you're probably guaranteed a couple of these, really. 60, but you never know. You never know. But again, but they are selling bundles this weekend. I mean, I don't like the idea of premium crystals. That's a bit disappointing. But I do like these, you know, star chests. So for $20, you get 10 star chests and some strike crystals. But just the prems for me. The prems aren't very good at all. You know, no one likes prems. You don't get much in prems, so we can do away with them, really. Then there's my video of Acid Storm and Slingshot, so go and check that out, especially pulled him this weekend. Very good bot. I did want him this weekend, but sadly didn't pull him. But it was still a good crystal video regardless. We had Mirage Jake and my daughter Ola. So if you've not seen that yet, I'm going to sort of make it into video. But if you want to go and check it out on the stream, that was a pretty cool stream to be fair. It was pretty fun. But yeah, didn't get Slingshot. Slightly disappointed with that. But it is what it is, sadly. It's chance. But yeah, you never know. Might be able to put them in a bundle instead. There's some cool artwork posted by some members on Discord. As I said, it is a week one of the 5-week saga. So there's an individual event this week for 10k. It's a 500k event next week. Rewards to be confirmed. Then we've got the new combats and 5-star combat shards. It's a 1,000,000 point event on week 3. Then we've got a Prime Core Shard event. Listen, these Prime Core Shard events are really, really important now, guys. You need to make sure that we're trying to get as many Prime Core Shards as we can and then just storing them because there's going to be a use for them. I don't know yet what, but there's going to be a use. It's going to power up your bots. So start saving your Prime Core Shards now. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea how it'll work. I have no idea how many you'll need. I have no idea. But they said there will be a use for Prime Core Shards. And they've also said there'll be a use, there'll be a way, sorry, to power up your bots. So are the two going to be combined? Who knows? Who knows? And then week 5, we've got an Alliance Totalizer for the new bots and crystals. To be confirmed what the event will be. Will it be a new leaderboard event that they've been talking about? Will it be a chance event again? Will it be something different? We don't know. But I'll guarantee that it's something big. But watch out for that. Bug fixing improvements have been around for quite a while. Blur and Runabout, they fixed an issue where Blur and Runabout would follow and collide with the main bot after their deploy. I think it was either the bot would walk towards the hologram or vice versa, and sort of they wouldn't be able to move. They got stuck in each other. So yeah, that seems to be sorted as well. No, Grind Task Put, it doesn't like those chests that are in the side pass. No, they were, but the apes have took them out. They took them out after complaints, so they are no longer in them, sadly. Let's have a look at who we got in the chat. Any questions? Yeah, Bricks Motion. No, that wasn't 300 prems either. That was 300 character crystals, I think. And getting 2 4-stars. So you can imagine what it would be like for prems. Joshua E's got 4-star Acid Storm sitting at 30. Should level them up, but honestly, should do. Bricks Motion, it's 4 years since he got one from a chance event. Do you complete the event, though? If you complete the event, you got more of a chance, obviously. But I completed the event, got 150 crystals, and didn't even pull him. So the chance is pretty poor, really. They need to up the drop rate, I think. What else? Matt Poley pulled 4-star Rotorstorm. Very good bot. Really, really good bot. Honestly, I love him. I love Rotorstorm. Him, Slingshot, 2 of the best bots this year, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Or in the last year, you want to call it. Joshua E's mentioned about all the special bots in the game. Yeah, there is a bit too many. They need to separate them into like scouts and into like something special. And I've like 3 different special classifications really, but it's a bit late in the game now to do that. But they just seem to be pumping out special bots all the time now. There's just not enough classes. It's warriors, gunners, healers, special. Is that it? Healers? Oh, and air. Yeah, but there's not a lot of classes, let's be fair. For what? 500, 400 bots they've got now, and they've got 5 classes. You know, it's not a lot. The chance of the 150 crystals was 31% of the 4-star. I don't think it was. I think, Dojak, I think that's if you consider all the things are equal chance. So you're considering that the 3-star, the 4-star, and the shards are equal chance, and they weren't. The 4-star was less of a chance. So I think it's probably even less than that. I really do. Fixed Motion. Last time was when Nor came out. Jeez, that was a long time ago. I got Nor in that event as well, actually. But yeah, cool. Okay, let's go into the game. Okay, so today we're on the tester account. And so, as always, let's just clue everyone up.
Test server disclaimer. This is a test server account given to me by Spaceship to be able to exclusively show new features. This is in no way connected to Global, and all values are given to me by Spaceship for testing purposes. To have access to a test account, you must be a playtester or content creator, and to become a playtester or content creator, you must apply when applications are being taken. No, I am not a hacker, and this is not my normal Global account. This has been your test server disclaimer.
And thank you, Grind Time. So yes, the reason we put that disclaimer on is you wouldn't believe the amount of questions I used to get asked about how have you got so many coins, Wozza? Give me some. Is that a hack? Can I get that hack? I'm like, no, it's a test account, guys. It's a test account. Come on, it's a test account. So yeah, we just also put that in just so people are aware. A little disclaimer that it is a test account, guys. So no, I'm not hacking, and I haven't got some sort of cheat to get ultimate coins. Because I still get a couple questions even now. But hey. Okay, cool. I've gone blank now. What do I want to talk about today? Oh, so I touched part it on the 5-star bot stream when we were looking at Dinobot. I wanted to talk a bit more because another content creator has done a video on Dinobot. We sort of varied in opinions really of him. I think a lot of people like Dinobot and they understand why I like him. But I sort of wanted to explain why I don't like him and maybe put it to the test a bit. So, obviously the big difference between Dinobot and Blaster and Rook is that you can throw Blaster's minions and Blaster stays put. You can put Rook's hollow down and Rook will stay put. Dinobot charges ahead. Now, if you don't run healers, that's not much of a problem, maybe. I don't know. But it's a huge problem for me. A huge problem. Now, I've pulled Dinobot, and I've seen some people online. I've even actually seen one person saying that the apes give me good luck in my pulls. Someone sort of said to me, have you seen this in one of the chats? Someone said that Space Ape give you good pulls because I pulled Dinobot, Minerva, and 6-gun. I was like, well, one, I didn't want Dinobot. I wanted SG Jetfire. That might be his top 3 that he wants, but I didn't want Dinobot. 2, did you see my combat video? I pulled Dial and Lionizer. I didn't want either of them. So, that's cobblers. That's nonsense for a start. Did you see my 300 crystal video? When I pulled 2 4-stars in 300 crystals? Did you see that? So if people think after all that, that Space Ape give me good luck and Space Ape give me preference, well, you, sir, are crazy. So yeah, listen, I have had good luck in this game. I have. I've also had some bad luck. You know, I went a bit of a run of good luck for quite a while. You know, I pulled Sea Spray out of the, out of the batch that I wanted. I pulled Rook. But I think Rook was the second pull, maybe, or third pull. But yeah, but again, I've said many times, it's about playing the odds, guys. So if I want Brainstorm, it's a 1 in 3 chance. That's another bot that I want that I didn't get. You know, it was a 1 in 3 chance. But I weren't too bothered about Red Alert or Slash, but I didn't want Pipes. That's the main one. So I've avoided Pipes, but I still haven't got Brainstorm. So I'm not too fussed with that batch. I'm not too disheartened. But, you know, there's been plenty of times where I've not got the bot that I wanted. You know. So, you know, I'm still trying to chase Optimus. Can't get him. You know, still trying to chase Hot Rod. Cannot get him. You know, so there's certain bots there that, you know, and Brainstorm as well. So, you know. But, but yeah, I'm not keen on Dinobot myself. That's the thing. And I wanted to sort of put my opinion across on why not, and sort of put it into practice and maybe show you guys why. So, we've set a sort of team up here. Jason Rowley's put, Lioness is better than Dazzle Strike. Yeah, but that's like saying getting cat poo on yourself is better than getting dog poo. Alright, yeah, it is. But I wouldn't like either of them. No. So we just got a bit of a team set up here. So, I tell you what I'm going to switch it up actually. I'm going to make it a bit more fair because it's not real fair that. I'm going to put Rook and Blaster in the team, so I've got the Shattercons. But I'm going to use Dinobot's ability. Should I change this around a bit though? It's just messing with my chi. I like my bots in order. There we go. Cool. So we've got some of the new 5-stars. We've got Dinobot in, 6-gun strafe, SGFI and Minerva. Got all the batching in fact. So yeah. So let's just go normal for the time being. Mixed emotions, but remember the time when Dale was in the chat and you're having good luck? I couldn't honestly tell you when that was. I'm not even lying. I get good luck all the time, but I also get bad luck. And don't forget, sometimes I get bad luck when I'm not even streaming. Do you think I'm going to do any crystal? Think about this, guys. So when I was doing videos before, I'd do a crystal video, I'd record it, I won't get a 4-star at all. I'm not going to post that crystal video. I'm going to post a crystal video going, look at this amazing crystal video of nothing. No, and I get that it might be, it might be sort of putting something across that's not true because you only ever see me get 4-star crystals. But that's why streaming's better because you can actually see live the results, and it's a bit better because you guys are involved and it's a bit live, so it's a bit better. But listen, no content creator is going to post a video to get views of look at me how I've got no crystals and no 4-stars and bad pulls. It's not very entertaining, is it? It's not very entertaining. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put Dinobot down, the rest of the team down, and we're going to put Dinobot and try and pop this outpost over here. So let's go. So we've got to put Dinobot a bit lower. So we've got Dinobot here, so I want to send him down here and pop this outpost. So great reach on the outpost, but then he comes and pulls away. So I'm not going to use any abilities other than Dinobot to give you an idea. So people have been saying like, oh, he does 30k damage because he does 2,000 per hit. Yeah, but look at his hits, guys. It's like hitting every 3 seconds. So you can see here, look at Dinobot's health. Look. You see there, Dinobot's health is really, really low. All the rest of the bots were staying together until them sharks come around. But you see there, Dinobot. The healer's now down there. All the rest of the team's gone upwards. And Dinobot sort of drags these bots downwards. Just try and get him around there again. But you can see there how Dinobot's gone totally the other way from the tanks. Completely opposite way. We'll try and do it more central. Try and keep the bots together this time. So I want to try and use Dinobot and keep these bots together. And there is a way, but I'm going to explain why I'm not doing that. Okay. Again, this is on normal mode. This is not even on hard mode, guys. This is going to take more of a beating on hard mode, which we'll do shortly as well. There's a lot of talk about thrust in the chat. It just doesn't survive long enough. The problem is, I prefer Rotor Storm over thrust. Because when Rotor Storm shoots, he sits still and picks off targets. And then when he finishes his ability, he drops down. So the area is clear. Thrust moves. But he doesn't just take out... He might be killing that defense there. And he goes over there. It doesn't mean he's not going to get shot from the left. Or shot from the right. Or far away. And when he lands, he gets stuck in walls. It's a big problem of his. I'm not a big fan of Strafe at all. I'd never have. But yeah. I'm not a big fan at all. It's not his ability. It's how he acts after this ability. Where he drops. Where he finishes. That's the big problem for me. You know, he can take out all his defenses in the world, but if he's going to land in trouble, same with Dinobot, you can have all the health in the world, but if you're going to finish off at the end in a danger spot, that's not good for me. Same with rushing bots. I don't like rushing bots because once you rush in, you're in the danger zone once you finish your ability. But... okay, let's put Dinobot in the middle here with the rest of them, put the rest behind. So again, we want to pop that outpost. So... now listen, we can put him down here, but I'm not going to do it. I'll explain a bit later on. So let's just imagine the outpost is over there, for example. You can see Dinobot here running off. He's even gone through a wall, believe it or not. I see there that all the rest of the team are trying to stay central, trying to get through. And Dinobot's going right. And you can say, well, yeah, he's going right, Wozza, because that's where you sent him. You know, you sent him to the right, and that's why he's going right. Well, yeah, you've got a valid point. That's a fair point, guys. Yeah. But the point I'm making is that let's use Rook for the same reason. So we'll drop the bots down again.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
Now in terms of Rook, we can get him to go to the right because he's gone left. But I can post Rook over there. He drops his hollow, and Rook just stays with the team. Doesn't go anywhere. Look, team's at full health. Not done anything different apart from use Rook's hollow. Then we can use Rook's hollow again. And you gotta think as well, Rook's hollow does a lot of damage as well. But you can see now, exactly the same situation. But all the team is staying together. Look at the health of all the team. It's all full health because the healers aren't running around. They're not chasing Dinobot over there. They're not chasing Dinobot and coming back and running in between. All the bots are staying together centrally. No one's chasing off. And that's huge for a walk team. Look, I'm not touching a single ability, not done a single thing, and you can see the team is just walking through. Granted, yeah, it's normal mode, but the point I'm making is that Dinobot drags your healers away. You drag bots away. It messes with your pathing. Makes it very difficult. Now, someone's put it in the chat. So, just use Dinobot's hollows in front. It's a very, very valid point. Yeah, don't use it too far away. So, don't use it in an outpost popper. Don't use his hollows to pop outposts. Use it for protection. Okay, I get where you're going with that. So, let's have a look at Dinobot's stats. So, Dinobot, maxed out, 6511. So, his decoys, so let's say we're using his decoys as protection. Have 36 health, 36,000 health, 37,000 health, give or take. 37,000 health. That's pretty good. And they also have the same DPS, which is 350 DPS. Over 15 seconds. It's about 4k damage over 15 seconds. So it's pretty good. But let's just concentrate on the protection side of it for the time being. So we've got 3,700 health. 37,000 health, protecting your team, which is not too bad. You can use Rook's hollow for the same reason, to protect your team, but has a lot less health. So for protection in terms of that, it's better than Rook. He's better at protecting. But he's not better than Blaster. Because Blaster has 4 minions at half his health, which means he has 66,000 health protecting. And their DPS is 467, but they don't disappear after 15 seconds. You know, they don't disappear quite quickly because they've got a lot more health between them. You know, they've got a 60,000 health, so they'll do a lot more damage. Got a lot more protection. So, Blaster gives your team better protection than Dinobot does. Rook pops outposts better than Dinobot does. Now, if you want Dinobot to do both, it doesn't do both well. It does both alright. But Blaster is amazing at protecting your team. Rook is amazing at popping outposts. You can even pop the combiner against Lyozak, and he will try and hack the hollow. But if you do that with Dinobot, he's going to hack Dinobot. And that's the big problem for me. The big problem. That is exactly how it is. Rook and Blaster together are absolutely immense. Rook to pop the outpost, you can use them as an emergency to block damage. But Blaster to block damage, and you can use them in emergency to pop outpost, but he's not very good at that. Dinobot is just average at both. So we go in hard mode, and we'll try this as well. Yeah, I know that he pack hunts 15 seconds, the hollows don't die, but the point I'm making is they are going to die a lot quicker than Blasters does. Because they've got less health. They've got half the health, less than. You know, that's the point I'm making, that, yeah, they don't die for 15 seconds. Maybe word that quite bad, but, you know, after 15 seconds, they're going to pretty much gone anyway. So let's use Dinobot for the same reason. So let's put them all down. Let's put Dinobot down. So let's see. 3 minutes 24. Let's see how far they get. So you see Dinobot is taking a big beating there because he's run ahead still. Even just put it slightly in front of your team, he's still going to go ahead. Dinobot's died. Yeah, and Dinobot's died. Sadly, he died there because Slingshot hit him. He couldn't get any healing. But yeah, because we haven't popped the outpost. But we can try it again. This is why Slingshot is very, very good in an outpost. Very good. I'm quite disappointed I haven't got him, honestly. But yeah, as always, guys, put some questions in the chat if you want to, and I'll try and catch up with them after the testing. So same test again. This time we're gonna try and use Blaster first, I think. Put Blaster's minions down, and it's just more protection. And Dinobots died again. Dinobot has been the first bot to die every time, and that wasn't even planned. You know, it just runs too far ahead. Is it his speed maybe? Dinobot speed is 2.3. No, so Blaster's even faster. But Rook's a bit slower. I just don't like Dinobot. It just seems to run off and die a lot. It just doesn't fit into my walk team. Not one bit. And it's quite a shame really, because for the health he's got, it's absolutely immense. Now in terms of an outpost, is he better than Blaster in an outpost? Oh, he's got less health but more damage. Is he better than Rook in an outpost? Probably got more DPS, but the hollow of Rook does more damage. But the difference is that you could have Rook, Hollow, and Blaster in an outpost. Now you could argue and say, well, you can have Rook, Blaster, and Dinobot in your team maybe. But I'd still rather have RC than Dinobot. To be fair, I like his sort of the idea behind it. If he didn't run off, I like the hollows and things like that. The better popping outposts that are close by, because they have a broader sort of range. When they pop, they obviously spread out quite a bit, so they can reach targets that Rook can't sometimes. But it's that issue of him running off. I don't like that pack hunt. And that's why I didn't want him as a 5-star pull. And yeah, I'll level him. I might put him in an outpost eventually. But my sole focus is on 6-gun and Minerva. And more 6-gun than Minerva, to be honest with you. But yeah. Let's have a look at some questions in the chat. So going back. Let's have a look. Bricks Motions asks, is 6-gun better than Sea Spray? They're both for different reasons. You use Sea Spray to clear an area, you use 6-gun to one-shot. So, is 6-gun better than Prowl? Yeah, without a doubt. The question is Sea Spray better than Laser Optimus? That'd be more of a question, because they're both used for clearing areas. So, that's the question. Is 6-gun worth chasing over Sea Spray? Ooh, that's a hard one. Ooh, it depends what level you're at. If you're Cybertron and below, 4-star 6-gun will do the job. Definitely. And I'd go for 5-star Sea Spray. If you're Prime League, go for both. Both will be on my war team without a doubt. So, yeah. So, Grand Transport, so like 5-star Swoop, 5-star Dinobot with greater than Outpost. Yeah, listen, Swoop's not bad, Dinobot's not bad.
Thank you.
There's just better bots out there. Oh, and thank you to DVST ATR, I think it was. I couldn't read it. It was a bit quick. For subscribing, much appreciated. But yeah, it's not a bad bot, but it's just there's other bots that do them things better. That's the problem I've got. That's my issue. Is Gnar good in Outpost? Yeah, definitely. Meta Bears put Gmail health on Dinobot. You can. I don't like vitalities on bots. It's static. It's a static health increase, and then once that's gone, it's gone. Personally, I like Alchemists. I even put SG Steeljaw, try and keep him alive. You can maybe put Tarax on him if you wanted to. It might help. Not as much as on Dinobot again, as on Blaster, because he has more DPS. So don't forget the Taraxodon helps if you have more DPS. But yeah, Alchemist, I think for the amount of damage it does, then Alchemist should work better for him. So yeah, I think, or a Rejuvenate, something like that, just to help that sort of healing. But yeah. Bricks Motions put Wozza's on something prefers RC over Dinobot. Yeah, but you can put RC's hollow down, and people forget that RC actually has almost as much health as Rook's hollow does. So it's very similar to Rook's hollow, but it stuns rather than does damage. So you can, stun outpost bots. So, stun defenses. You can put it near a defense, it'll stun it. So RC is quite useful, more than people realise. And hence why you go back and look at our where we ranked RC, and that was on the same level as Dinobot. They were both rated as, very good, but not godly. But I'd rather have RC in my team. In my team personally, I'd rather have RC than Dinobot. What cores would I use on Gnaw when used on defense is just his G Metal, without a doubt. G Metal G1 core, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. Honestly, it's an immense core. Joshua Ease agrees that he'd take RC over Dinobot. Yeah, again, Dinobot's not bad, but if you've got Blaster Rook and RC, you won't get a look in. If you've got, well, any two of them, to be fair. Mitchell's asked 4-star Stripes or 3-star Rung from a 5-star Minerva. It depends. So that's a big question, really. Do you want your healers to do more healing, or do you want your healers to stay alive? But then sometimes you could look at it as, if you put Stripes on a healer, chances are the other healer won't be healing that healer. You'll be healing your bots more. If you only run one healer, then Stripes will help keep them alive longer. So I don't think there's any right and wrong answer between Rung and Stripes. But if you've got a 5-star in one of them, then I'd probably go with the 5-star, whichever one you've got, really. Just because that would be a lot more useful than a 3-star, the 4-star. So, yeah. 4-star Stripes over 3-star Rung. But 4-star Stripes and 4-star Rung is a very close contest. That's a best, but can you collect your achievement rewards? It's a test account though, so they can sit there for the next year for me. Avengers put Amalgamus on Dinobot. Yeah, you can put Amalgamus on as well, but I have Amalgamus on Laser Optimus and on my actual account, and that ain't coming off. So, yeah. Yeah, 5-star no, with a gold G1 and 3-star Lionize at level 7. At 6111 it can source some zone 14s. Yeah, I've no doubt that, a maxed no with maxed G1 G Metal will probably be able to do zone 14 quite consistently. Yeah. Great plug grind time. Depends what you have. Tune in Sunday for bot rinsing, I'm sure I'll cover it. Is Bumblebee still goof with the fix? No, I think he's better. It's not amazing by any means, but Bumblebee's a hard one because as a bot, he's okay. His ability is absolutely immense. Immense. People don't remember that his ability does 4,000 damage in an area. 4,000 damage in an area for 2 ability points. You tell me a bot that does 4,000 damage for 2 ability points. There ain't one. There ain't one. But you do have to manage him still. Even when he's been fixed, he still runs off a bit. Just be careful with him, that's all. Grandad's put Wozza don't even collect rewards in his actual account most of the time. You're right, I don't really. I have this time round because I've used quite a bit of Spark. I've took Minerva, Laser Optimus. No, Minerva and 6-gun. Both to ability 8. I think it is. Maybe a Gnaw as well. I've all 3 to ability 8. And I've still got 3 million Spark. So, yeah. Big Motions that said put 5-star Lionizer on Gnaw. I think I will. Yeah, I think I will actually. That's the setup that Tex has, and he said for me to do that. So yeah, it's by a chance that I've pulled 5-star Lionizer and Gnaw together. Then maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I've actually got Gnaw's G Metal as well. So yeah. Meta Bear, what's B's Scrapnose ability 11 again? His ability 11 is that the once you stun an area, if a target is destroyed, the stun jumps like Kremzeek. That's the ability 11, and it does a lot more damage as well. So yeah. Matt Poley, no, I didn't see the idea. No, I didn't. Let's put it again in the chat, bud. Joshua, he sent that spark my way. Mitchell VF1J says, I pulled my nerve from the new batch of my first pull. Oh. Ooh, should I switch batches? Ooh, I'd probably do one or two more. I'd try for 6-gun or SG Jetfire. And once you get one of them, I'd leave it. That was my plan. Once I had Minerva and SG Jetfire or 6-gun, then I was going to lead the batch. But carry on watching, because we're going to be covering something soon that might change everyone's mind. Yeah. And on that note, so I thought about doing some tests. So Matt Paul said about Dinobot's ability 11. He's already got ability 11, bud. So he can't. Okay. Blix Motion, if you pulled 4, Prowl from 4, I'd go for 4. Because Prowl's probably one of the worst ones in the batch, along with Sludge. Blast is amazing. Okay, guys. Okay. I wanted to do a bit of a test with some bots. So we'll do a test first. We'll probably go into some things that some people might already have seen in my streams and stuff like that. But I just want to lay some sort of things to bed. And then we can go on from there and talk about what I want to talk about. So, we've got SG Jetfire. So SG Jetfire against the MDS. So MDS has got a maxed out armor core. So SG Jetfire against a maxed out armor core. It's a one shot. And then obviously against the MDS with a rejuve core, one shot as well. Pretty cool. Don't forget, guys, on Prime League, these defenses have 30% extra health. Because the tournament rules, I think, or the current Prime League. So 30% extra health. So, yeah. SG Jetfire can one-shot the MDS whether it's got a repair core or whether it's got a armor core. So pretty good. So now we're going to put the shield gen on there and see how he does now. Hard mode and Prime League effects as always again. Meta Bear, 6-gun has, I think, 22k ability damage. So yeah. Okay, SG Jetfire again, just against an MDS under the shield gen. This is why I didn't like him in testing. You see there, cannot kill an MDS next to a shield gen. But it's alright. We've got a bot that can. See that Polish pot, I love Prowl, but what league are you in? If it's Prime League, you can't take out an MDS. He struggles, and that's the big one for me. His range is not as good as the Jet, so I would take Jetfire over him all day. Hard mode again. Okay, so we've got 6-gun with a maxed out G metal volatile mixture. And now we're going to try and take out the MDS with him. Using 6-gun. So it's a 5-star maxed out 6-gun with a G metal volatile mixture. You can see there, he one-shots the MDS and almost the shield generator as well. So, yeah. 6 guns, an amazing bot. You can one-shot the MDS even with a shield gen. There's nothing he can't kill. But, as always, Wozza has been doing a bit of testing. Wait, I see myself. Okay. So what I have done is, I have maxed out my con account tech tree. Let's see how that affects SG Jetfire and 6-gun. Now this is going to be about a few months down the line. There's still quite a way to go yet before we can all max these out. But it is coming. We will get to this stage eventually. No doubt. Okay. So, just to show. So, we've got our tech tree here. So you can see their defense perks. Every single defense perk is maxed out. There is nowhere to go. And just to prove we're not sort of, skewing the figures, every single attack perk is maxed out. Combiner, everything is maxed out. Our tech tree is completely maxed. Now our Titan's not maxed, but that doesn't make a difference. The tech tree is fully maxed out. So as we saw before, SG Jetfire, aka SG Thundercracker, could one-shot the MDS without the shield gen, but not with the shield gen. 6-gun could one-shot regardless. Okay, and just for proof, so we have got the MDS with a maxed out armor core. We have got SG Thundercracker with a maxed out enhanced ordnance. So let's have a go. And when the tech tree is maxed out, SG Thundercracker can no longer one-shot the MDS. He falls slightly short. Now if he gets ability 11, that'll be possible. But, so before you invest in this bot, guys, keep in mind that for, what was it, 6 ability points, something like that, he can one-shot the MDS. Now, Jetfire can one-shot pretty much everything other than the MDS. SG Jetfire will be able to one-shot everything other than the MDS. So this is what I mean, guys. There's not much advantage to getting SG Jetfire. Now, right now there is. Right now he's an amazing bot. But in a few months' time, maybe 4, 5, 6 months' time, when the tech tree is maxed out, he's going to struggle. And then let's take 6-gun. So we've got 6-gun again. We've got the shield generator as usual next to the MDS with a maxed out armor core. So we've got Trigger Happy again. So Trigger Happy is maxed out with a 6511 and a volatile mixture. Now, keep in mind, guys, that you can't equip a combat to make them do more ability damage. Once they're at 6511 and have whatever core you've chosen, that is the most damage they will do. Okay, Trigger Happy. On the MDS next to a shield gen. And he cannot one-shot the MDS next to a shield gen when the Titan tech tree is maxed out. So this changes everything. All these bots that we thought could, one-shot the MDS for our war team, and now all of a sudden becoming less relevant. Six Gun becomes another Prowl. SG Jetfire becomes another Jetfire. And the reason for that is plain and simple that the Apes have used the tech tree as a way to increase defense. And I've never really looked at this. So, gunner ability damage increased by 15%. Air class ability damage increased by 15%. Special class ability damage increased by 15%. But mortal health increased by 20%. Ability resistance, 20%. 20%, 20%, 20%. So the increments that the defenses increase by goes up more than the bot's abilities does. It makes you think that, come HU 18, what are they going to do? The MDS? Are they going to increase the health of it? Are they going to just open up the, level 67, which they said they probably do, is not make it up to 70, but just raise it from 65 to 67 in smaller increments, and so that these bots can one-shot when you level them? That's the big question. Chris Trudden asked, does SG Thundercracker have a max EO? Yes, that is the max damage he can do. I'm just reading the chat a minute. Joshua Aves, no, this is not my my actual base. No, it's not. Alpha asks, what's my guess to when HU18 will be out? I thought it'd be summer. Now the Apes saying towards autumn. So you're talking October time. So I've actually took a back step from I've actually lost less psyops this week. Like I said, I've talked about it previously. I don't want to talk about it again. But simply because there's nothing new to chase in the game, really. I've got 6 on Minerva. I can level them, whether I'm in Psyops or whether I'm in Alpha Trionops, where I'm at now, just helping a few guys out and helping train some guys and just trying to help improve it, really. With a couple of old friends. And that's the idea. And when HU18 comes out, I might consider moving up again. But until then, I might as well just relax and sort of cut back on, on the stress of the game and play at a high level. But yeah, I mean, Matt Polish put, if Chrome Jetfire deflects damage, can he take out an anti-air MDS due to deflection? No, because Jetfire doesn't do enough damage. So, Jetfire, when maxed out, have I got Jetfire maxed out? I'm trying to even think who Jetfire is. Starscream. I haven't got it. Yeah, it's maxed out. So, yeah. I mean, to compare... Starscream will do 9,344 damage with a maxed EO core. Whereas SG Thundercracker will do 10,532 without an EO core. So with an EO core, that's doing about 12.5k damage. That is still not killing the MDS. So you're talking, let's have a look at how much damage you will need. Well, you can't even get near to it, so I won't even bother with this. So without a shield generator, you're looking at around 14,000 damage you're going to need. 14,500. That's the sort of key figure. And in terms of next to a shield generator, if this does 3,700 damage, but don't forget there is damage resistance in there, and it makes it so hard to sort of work these maths out because you've got so much stuff in the tech tree. I mean, going off this alone, you would say that he hits twice 7k, so that's 14,100 plus this, you're 17,850. So 17,000. Did I say 17,000 or 14,000? I forgot now over there. So yeah, 14,850. Let's call it 15k for argument's sake. Let's round it up. 15k. So then you've got 9,246 health but it's got resist 40% of ability damage. So the mask gets hard. The mask gets quite hard. With pen and paper, I could probably do it. But then once you start adding in things like fire and acid resistance and electrical damage resistance, it gets so hard to then know what damage your bots are going to do. It gets so difficult. HQ, normal damage resistance, and beam lasers. I mean, the beam laser health and they will show regardless, but you still can't see what attack they'll do because attack changes as well. It just gets very, very complicated with tech tree. It was a good idea, but it's made it very, very unbalanced. It's made everything that could one shot not one shot, and just made it very hard to do calculations on whether your bot's one shotting or not. It really has. But the apes have said they're trying to get away from that and trying to do combos. So, you know, I pulled Sunstreaker recently. Is Sunstreaker going to make a return? With, you know, using the combos and things like that. Is Grimlock going to make a return? All these bots that you need to combo that can't one-shot or, you know, do such like Elite 1 as well. Will she make a massive return? The apes have said that they want to do combos in the game more. So it'd be interesting. I can imagine them really hiking the health up of all these not all of them, but a lot of the defenses. But then giving us more ability points to be able to do that, maybe. But who's to know? Let's wait and see. Dojack's bot. I have a war team with 7 special bots and a healer. I use special force team. I don't like the squad cores. I just think that prime cores give you a lot more. But if you've got 7 special bots in your team, then yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah. Yeah, everything is maxed out, guys. Yeah, I see people asking about the cores. Everything's maxed out there. Everything's maxed out in the base. Everything maxed out bots wise, even the cores. So yeah. See, Jason Rollers put, I guess a bot that uses frost abilities is next. Right, Wozza? Maybe. Who knows? But, you know, I've said all along, and I said it to a person I was sort of talking to, that, you know, at HQ17, this is the way I look at it. At HQ17, a turret does 358 damage per second. A cannon does 325. A mortar does 206. Missile launcher does 239. Once stunned, 0. It does 0. It does 0. It does 0. So for HU18, if they make a mortar do 400 damage per second, a missile launcher 400 damage per second, a turret 700 damage per second, and a cannon 700 as well, you think that's crazy, double the damage. But once it's stunned, it's doing 0. And that's why I've said for a long time that stun will be huge and slow down. Once you slow it down to 90%, it's doing 10% of its damage. So 10% is 30 DPS. This is why I wanted Brainstorm. If it's just 600 DPS, something crazy like that, if you slow it down to 90%, it's doing 60 DPS. You know? So these sort of slow down and stun bots are going to be a lot more prevalent. Now we have got anti-stun cores. Apologies for the images, they are a bit broken. Don't think I've got any equipped. But you know, they do prevent stun, but you can take them out and then still use your stun regardless. And if you get more points for HU18, it makes Bumblebee even cheaper because you can use him more times. So I know that there's certain defenses that are immune to stun, you know, like especially out of the MDS. But that's why I might have to combo take out the MDS, but stun is going to be amazing. Slow down as well, and hence why I wanted Streetwise when it comes out. It's not in testing, guys, for anyone asked, that's why I mentioned it. But I imagine it's coming because they mentioned 5-star combiners. You're going to need all 5-star parts. It's in the China League, the China server, sorry. So yeah, I can imagine Streetwise coming, and I can imagine him being pretty good. The speed up and slow down, so it's going to be quite interesting. Stun will become meta, but anti-stun cores will come to top meta. Well, yeah, we've got anti-stun cores already. They already are in the top meta. They're already there. Everyone using them. But yeah. So yeah, the big news is that 6-gun and SG Jetfire. Have you just pulled them guys, thinking they can go on my war team and they can one-shot the MDS for me? The big news is that they can't one-shot the MDS. Even next to a shield gen for 6-gun, which you thought he could, and SG Jetfire without a shield gen can't then either. So yeah. Jason Rollers put, is it crazy to combine Brainstorm, Air Raid and Jazz? Very expensive. It's very expensive for what you get there. Jazz is massively expensive. Air Raid is so-so. Brainstorm's quite expensive. But yeah. So big motions put, you can use 6-gun and a boost. Yeah, you can for one MDS. But you ain't taking 2 MDS out with it, sadly. You're not. Okay, next. I want to have a bit of fun. No, you didn't hear that, grind time. You didn't hear that one bit. Nice try. Bricks Motion Spot. Use the big area barrage. Yeah, but when you're doing 5 war attacks per day, 2 or 3 times a week, that's 15 per week. You need 60 per month. It starts to add up. Those boosts soon dwindle. Last science put in my darkness from the chat, not knowing Dale had infiltrated us on the line app. Yeah, Dale's everywhere. Oh, I wanted my test account. Wrong one. At the minute, I've got Minerva and 6-gun in the lab for level 30, I think. Maybe 40. I think it's 30, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, it'll be level 40 this weekend, and well, level 50. It'll be level 51 by, you know, the next big event, and then end of the saga, and then we'll go from there and see. So today I wanted to go on a bit of a rampage, and I wanted to try and slash some bases. Obviously, it is base dependent. It's very front-loaded bases, but we see a lot of these in war. But yeah, I wanted to have a go. So what I've been doing is I've been using let's clear this up a minute. Using sea spray a couple of times to clear a good area. We can even use Rhinox as well. Can use one of each to keep it cheap. And then literally just using slash. Taking smoke screen as backup as well. Smoke screen does well to take out something if he has to. Big Supreme does amazing. Probably the best bot for it, obviously because it clears a huge area. But we can take a different one. We can take we'll take Magna Boss. We'll take someone different. And let's go into Prime Zone and see if we can slash some bases. I love how grind time saying like, oh, Cyberpass giveaway. When's that time you did a giveaway on your stream? Grind time. Okay, so we've got 2 outposts here. We've got one over this side, so I'm gonna go this side instead. We pop the outpost, not the end of the world, but I don't want to do it ideally. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this. I'm gonna pop it down here actually, I think. So what I want to do, guys, I want to try and take this section out here. That's the idea. And now, I literally want Sea Spray to die. He pops the outpost, which I think he's going to. It's not amazing at the end of the world. But I do want him to die now. Oh, he's popped it. It's okay, it's fine. Okay, what we're going to do now is going to drop the combiner. There's no combiner. Is there a combiner active? Nope, there's not. So basically, I want to leave this beam laser intact, ideally. I don't want to take that out. Cool. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die. So now we're going to leave a Titan to sort of finish them off. Oh, and he has died. Oh, that's not good. Let's see, more of a section now. So literally, again, we could have done with taking a different boost, but hey, it's not the end of the world. Let a Titan do the business.
Abilities ready.
Want a Titan to take this out and take this out, and that should do it. So, first things to look for when slashing the base is where the shield gen is. Is it charged? Where is it? The next thing is healing cores. You'll take it nice and slow. Don't want to put that outpost if I can. And it's not because you do anything to slash, but it just means that it's just one more thing to kill. So send slash up. Take out the healing Dinobot. And we're going to send slash to there and then kill this healing Dinobot at the same time. And 2 abilities should take it down. Boom! I know people can say like, oh, well, your Titan, you know, in wars makes a huge difference. We sort of talked about this in the previous stream. But the difference is, like, he's used to clear an area, but you can still use him to clear an area because once that slash has done what he's got to do, he's invisible to Titans either. So when your Titan's battling, just use your Titan to clear that area. Don't use your Titan beam on the other Titan. Use it to clear an area instead. Oh, and welcome to the stream, Chris Lewis. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. This is what I've been testing recently. So, okay. Again, with this one, the hardest bit here is not popping this outpost. That's the biggest thing. So, we're going to put sea spray down here. We're going to try and clear as much as we can with sea spray. So I'm going to send Magnaboss up the top here. I really don't want to pop that combiner if I don't have to. Okay, cool. Oh, great. Luckily enough, I didn't combine. I'll take that down. Oh, the Titan even. Oh. Oh no, we're lucky. There's no Titan in there. No combiner in there either. Sea spray, what are you doing to me? This time we're going to clear this area. Make sure we clear this area for slash. Sea spray, I'll take that one out. And then going to send slash upwards, path them up. So Slash's range is very similar to an outpost. So once the range comes in range of the outpost, you're in trouble. So try and use ability just a bit short. I know people are going to say like, oh, well, what about flare mines? The problem is that because at the MSM mines to stop sack, no one's really using flare mines anymore. So flare mines is no longer part of the meta. So Slash has pretty much got a free reign, doing 2 bots in prime zone. Let's go again. And don't forget, this is not even using Omega Supreme as well. This is only using Magna Boss, so. Prime zone again. Penn and Lancaster says they use flare mines. Well, then you get me caught out. But in the top level of the game, I don't think a single person uses flare mines. Not a single person, honestly. Okay. Same again.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
Again, just 2 abilities if you can. I should do it. I want this cannon to actually kill Sea Spray. Or these Spider-Mans or something. So we're going to use a Titan on the shield generator. Please take that out. Let him kill Sea Spray. We'll drop Magna Boss.
Abilities ready.
Oh, and the healing cause. Oh no, it took it out. It's fine. So I think I'll go this side. We'll go the long way around. Some damage over here. Okay, let's try and stay hidden. So don't try and force Slash upwards because she'll just come back on yourself. So attack the nearest defense and she'll work her own way up.
Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
And this actually works in events. It's really good with a combiner and Slash to level all your bots up in events. I use 4-star Slash like this. It's a really good effect. Struggled a bit against HQ17s with the 5-star Slash with extra damage. Yeah, it works absolute wonders.
Autobots, roll out.
Ideally, I want to find another base with another Titan, so I can show that anyway. Old ACC. Another clue that is. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that base. That's an awful base. Put that in base rinsing.
Autobots, roll out.
So obviously, if you're attacking in war, you can go and check the mines to see their flare mines or what, and it is quite hard to see. Can get quite difficult. But yeah, it's very rare you see flare mines at the top level of the game. So Slash is making a bit of a comeback. Okay, cool. So the hard thing about this is simply because of the walls around the HQ. This does sort of go a bit against Slash in a way. So we'll drop ceasefire here. And the reason we're sort of going across here and taking this section out is the Titan will sort of take this out, or the Combiner. So we want to take this lower section out to path slash upwards. And yes, electric cores will sort of, you know, not do ceasefire any favors, but you can use Laser Optimus maybe, or another bot like that, just to help you out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this to take out this Billbot here. Then I'm going to use Magnaboss. But I'm going to use Magnaboss to kill the walls. I'm not going to use it to do much, you know, in terms of damage. So let's do a bit of damage up there. A bit of damage to the wall there. There we go. And again, the idea is to help Slash.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Abilities ready.
We should have done that. We should have gone for the shield gem, but we haven't. This could be dicey because of the shield gem's not down.
Abilities ready.
We might get away with it.
Abilities ready.
What? I didn't press over there, did I? Oops. Yay for the Titan! Yay! And like I said, obviously, if you have Omega Supreme, this makes it so much easier than having a Magnaboss. But Magnaboss does do good damage to walls, it just helps sometimes in pathing slash. I'll try and utilize that a bit better if we can in the next base. When I reactivate Magnaboss. If I can find my where's my Combiner Lab gone? There it is.
Combiner engaged.
I still can't believe how some people don't know how good Magnaboss is. Absolutely immense. So again, this is just 2 bots, guys, as well. Don't forget, it's not using 2 bots. You can use a full team to path if you want. We're going to pop more outposts and more combiners, and maybe that will help you. I don't know, but I'm trying to use 2 bots. Just one to clear, and then just sort of pathing slash upwards. Been mixed effects, I'm not going to lie. A couple of bases have been really hard in Prime League. It depends on the base. So this is a good one. This is an easy one. So this one, we're going to do something a bit different. So we want to path slash up to here, but we want to take all his defenses out up there, that's ideally. Banner's not active, so we can sort of do some damage down here. Will it reach down here? No, it's not going to reach. But no shield gen, so let's take out this section down here. Put slash in the middle. I think, why put slash in the middle? Slash will path to the left. And hopefully up there. What we're going to do, guys, just to make sure, when we get to this one, we're going to use our ability on the final one. So wherever she goes, she's going to be invisible. That's alright. That's alright. She's got it that way anyway. Couple of abilities on the HQ. And down. Makes motions put. Is the chat dead? No. Yeah, Magnaboss is definitely better than Computron, in my opinion. Definitely. Huge fan of Magnaboss. I still rate him as the best 4-star combiner in the game, without a doubt. Easily. Absolutely amazing. Ooh, a lot of results on this one. Okay, cool. A good front-loaded base. So. We want to take out this section here, and there's another Titan in this one. That's a good one. It's a good test. We want to take out this section here. Take out this section here. Now we want Sea Spray to die. Here we go. So, let's not cheat. Let's take out the shield gen with the Titan, yeah? Just to prove that it's doable. So at this point here, I'm going to probably put smoke screen down. For a simple reason is we don't want to get stun locked by Fellbat. So. Thanks, Slash. Thanks, Lionizer. I don't know where Slash is going here now. Those sharks have caused absolute chaos. I think we might actually fail this. We hit a flare mine. Yeah, we're gonna fail this now because I'm gonna go through that wall. Yeah, failed. I'm pretty devastated by that, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, we could have used the Titans to take out Felbat. Wouldn't be fair really, because you have that shield gen anyway. So let's just concentrate on the shield gen.
Roll out.
I think we need to concentrate on being a bit more central. Sometimes you could try and path slash a bit too much left or right. It doesn't really work. So you're better taking out a section of the middle, right in the middle, and passing it slightly to the right. That makes sense. Okay, another good test. Alright, here we go. It's just the same base. Looks like it. Okay.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
It is the same base. It's exactly the same base. Let's see if we learn our lesson a bit, eh? Let's put the shield gen if we can. Concentrate on taking Felbat out.
Abilities ready. Now, reap the whirlwind.
And there we go.
Abilities ready.
There we go. Just needed a bit of practice. There we go. Just to prove it can be done. No Titan. Obviously, Titan you can use the beams, but you know, Titan against Titan base. HQ maxed out. You know, it is possible. It is possible. Note to self: take out them spider mines, or just don't put one landing pad near the spider mines. Can we get a couple more attacks in before we sign off? But in the meantime, guys, listen, if you enjoyed anything in this stream, don't forget to hit a like on the video. And if you want to catch me next Monday and next Thursday and check all my videos out when they get put on YouTube, then make sure that you're subscribed, guys, to never miss another video. I think it's your fault, Grandson. The chat died.
Now, reap the whirlwind. Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
This spray is clearing the area. Let's hit the shield gen. Gotta love Magnaboss. Go take a section out down here just in case. Slash decides to go that way. Never know. Don't think we're gonna need Slash the way it's going. It's a bit of a low level base affair. Oh, we need that then. Wow, who needs Slash when you've got a 4-star Magnaboss? Wow. Last time, between the latest batch and batch 7, I'd probably go batch 7. There's not a bad bot in there. Let's try and sneak one more attack in.
Roll out.
But yeah, listen, I leveled my 4-star Slash from 0 to 65 without power leveling her. I gave her to power level everyone else. So yeah, she has power leveled other bots, but I haven't soloed with her. I haven't used another bot to power level her. She's done it all herself. She's done the power leveling. Like I said, and I've not really coined her a bit, but you know, it's all her. Alright, so combiner it in the middle there. So we've got to be careful of popping that. No Titan them. So yeah, let's put a sea spray down the middle. Get rid of them pesky spider mines.
Abilities ready. Abilities ready.
Cool. Okay, shield gen.
Stand your ground.
So I'm going to try and keep the combiner back as much as I can, really, but I think it's going to be hard. I think we're going to end up popping that combiner out, but I think we might have to use a Titan to sort of take that out.
Abilities ready.
So we'll use it on the HQ to take them cores out, hopefully. I want to take out them Billbot cores. There we go. And then damage up there. And put a slash down here.
Reap the whirlwind.
Oop.
Abilities ready.
Flare mine, but it's too late.
Abilities ready.
Oop, 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 oop. So good. So good. Pesky flare mine. But yeah, so, you know, Slash make a bit of a comeback. If you can get used to a pathing, clear the middle section, send her outwards, avoid the spider mines. Yeah, she's definitely viable in top wars, and I'm going to be practicing a bit in my top wars in TF Tryon ops, and yeah, be interesting to see how she does in top level wars. Yeah. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Don't forget we're back on Monday, like I said, with our sort of play stream. We're just gonna play the game a bit of a chat, nothing too crazy. Crystal opening maybe, and then Thursday we're doing some informative streams with some new subjects, things like that. Plenty of content more to come, and yeah, we will see you then. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, guys, if you have got a code, give me the rest of the weekend to get some codes off Dale, and yeah, I'll be posting them out either this weekend or Monday. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.